Guarantee Trust Bank will be there now and into the future. Because you're at the heart of everything we do. Guarantee Trust Bank, proudly African, truly international.
You look so happy today.
Yes, dear, because I'm in love. She's so smooth.
What are you talking about?
I even brought her home. She's in the car.
Where is she? Where is the husband snatcher? You scared me.
Delight your loved ones with a plate of Honeywell semolina today. Honeywell semolina, a plate of delight.
Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. 19th National Economic Summit begins in Abuja. President Goodluck Jonathan remains positive about diversifying the economy. Federal High Court receives another suit seeking nullification of the PDP Special Convention. Taraba State House of Assembly authorizes acting Governor Garba Umar to continue in office. And President Barack Obama receives approval of key U.S. political leaders for intervention in Syria. Well, don't forget any of our platforms to keep up with all our top stories. There's channelstv.com and youtube.com/channelsweb. If you're on the go, please visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on an iPad, iPhone or BlackBerry. And you can also download the Channels TV app for Android and Nokia 920 from their respective stores. The crisis rocking the People's Democratic Party appears to be deepening by the day, as the Federal High Court in Abuja has been asked to declare the special convention of the party, held on August the 31st, as illegal and unconstitutional. In an originating summons filed by Mr. Ikenga Ugochinyere against the National Executive and National Working Committees of the party in Abuja, the plaintiff is asking the court to order the national chairman of the party, Mr. Bamanga Tukur, to step down as he is not qualified to hold the office. The plaintiff is also praying the court to restrain the Independent National Electoral Commission from recognizing officers elected at the Special National Convention pending the determination of the suit. No date has been fixed for the hearing. And ahead of the November the 16th governorship election in Anambra State, the national chairman of the Labour Party, Mr. Dan Wanyao, has suggested the adoption of option A4 as a means of achieving free and fair polls. While presenting the party's certificate of return to Mr. Ifeanyi Oba as the party's flag bearer in the Anambra elections, Mr. Wanyao says Nigerians should be allowed to queue behind their preferred candidates in order to eliminate rigging and other electoral malpractices. The party also presented a certificate of return to Dr. Emeka Eze as the running mate to Mr. Ifeanyi Oba, with a promise to launch the party's governorship campaign in Anambra soon.
The only election today in Nigeria that has been adjudged to be the fairest and freest was the one we adopted, open ballot system, option A4, whereby Nigerians queued in the line, and you were not in any doubt to know who was winning in a particular vote. So since putting this thing in the ballot is no longer working, and since trying to do it in the cubicle no longer work, we should be allowed to line up so that we can all count 1, 2, 3 as it was done in 1993. And that was why we accepted that option provided for in our constitution.
In the meantime, the Independent National Electoral Commission has reiterated its resolve to remain an impartial umpire of the electoral process. While denying allegations of fraud by a section of the media, the Commission said it's focused on delivering credible elections come 2015. The Commission claimed that there are plots to instigate public displays of hostility towards INEC and its leadership through rented street rallies. It adds that the essence of all this is to cast doubt on INEC's credibility and its ability to conduct the 2015 general elections. Now, the acting governor of Taraba State, Mr. Garba Umar, has received the approval of members of the State House of Assembly to stay in office, pending when Governor Dambaba Suntai is fit to perform his official functions. 9 out of the 24 members, presided over by the Deputy Speaker, Tanko Mikarfe, said it's become necessary to adopt the resolution which gave recognition to Mr. Umar as the acting governor and not as the deputy. In the meantime, the acting governor has called on the people of the state to disregard the recent announcement on the purported dissolution of the Executive Council and the appointment of a new Chief of Staff and Secretary to the state government. In a statement signed by his Chief Press Secretary, he explained that the announcement is an attempt by a group to hijack the machinery of governance in the state and not a directive that was given by Governor Dambaba Suntai. Now, while the lawmakers empower the acting governor to continue, a 7-member committee led by Senator Hope Uzodinma has visited Governor Dambaba Suntai at the Government House, Jalingo, the state capital. The fact-finding and reconciliatory committee was constituted by the presidency and the PDP leadership to wade into the political crisis and ascertain the state of health of Governor Suntai. Briefing journalists after the visit, Senator Uzodinma said he was satisfied with the governor's condition and asked all parties to sheathe their swords and work together to move the state forward.
The governor of Taraba State, Governor Suntai, is relatively very healthy, and he has no disagreement with his deputy, who is now the acting governor. And he is also in support of the fact that the acting governor should continue to act, and he should always consult with him and clear with him on major issues, pending when he is ready to fully take over the governance of the place. And this is agreeable to all parties. And Taraba is now one united, strong government, and PDP is still in charge of this government. Journalists were with me today, and they saw the governor and they took photographs. Not all, I'm not responsible for all of you not being there. So I think that he's not being kept away, but he had a long flight from Abuja to Nigeria with the jet lag and hangover. Over that period, he shouldn't have been made vulnerable to you people.
Well, the intrigue of power play has perhaps led to the muscle flexing among political office holders in Taraba State. Factions are holding strongly to their positions, leading to the emergence of 2 principal officers claiming the positions of Secretary to the State Government and the Chief of Staff, Government House Administration.
Oblivious of the intrigues and power play among political bigwigs going on in Taraba State, northeast Nigeria, the people of Taraba are going on with their daily activities, leaving the politicians and political jobbers to continue the fight for the soul of Taraba State. The streets are busy as traders and workers alike continue with their engagements, while several posters done in most interjects of the city centre with a picture of Governor Dambaba Suntai displayed as the politicking and intrigues were being played out at the Government House and the State Assembly. While some are holding strongly to the views that the rule of law should prevail in handling the political situation, since the governor has transmitted a letter to the Assembly to resume, others are of the view that the ailing governor should be allowed to continue with his treatment, while the deputy governor continue in acting capacity.
I have no doubt in my mind that Dambaba is on course, and that his transmission of the letter to the Speaker of the House of Assembly, according to Section 190, subsection 2 of the Constitution, is valid, and we are doing everything possible to go through this initial process of getting challenged. Apparently, double authority, double this in Taraba State. There's one governor of Taraba State. There cannot be a governor and a deputy and an